What's up, everybody? So let's talk about Jonathan Majors. So let's give an update about him. And so I've been holding out about doing an update. So y'all know that he was allegedly accused of being abusive toward his white girlfriend's Grace Jabbari. And she recanted her statement. And so I just want to give an update about that. So y'all know he went to trial because the judge denied dismissal of his criminal case. And so they've gone to trial, right? And so now they're saying that there's text messages of Jonathan admitting to being abusive towards his ex-girlfriend, Grace. Y'all, listen, I made a video and some people made some little comments about it because I was like, dang, he looked like he might hit somebody, right? And how I know is because I've been in an abusive relationship. So I see, when a man, I'm like, dang, he will hit somebody, slap upside the head, right? And I said it about Jonathan. And I also said that just because she recanted the statement does not mean that he did not do it. He probably did hit this girl upside her daggone head, right? Megan, baby, you better run. You better run, Megan. Megan, you better run for the hills, baby. Why you over here hand holding this man while he going to trial for allegedly hitting another woman upside the head? Girl, you better run, child. Run for the hills, Megan. Because if I'm not mistaken, he was like violent when he was a lot younger. He got into a lot of fights and things like that. And a lot of people came out and really said that he was very hard to work with. Like his attitude was horrible too as well. Okay, so let's get into this article by People Magazine. It says Jonathan Majors appears to admit physically attacking ex Grace Jabbari in text messages entered into evidence. It says the text messages regarding an earlier incident were previously deemed inadmissible at trial. In text messages between Jonathan Majors and Grace Jabbari, Jonathan appears to admit to physical violence against his now ex 6 months before Jonathan was arrested in March and charged with assault in a separate domestic violence case. It says, I fear you have no perspective of what could happen if you go to the hospital, Jonathan said. They will ask you questions, and as I don't think you actually protect us, it could lead to investigation even if you do lie and they suspect something. In the text messages displayed to the jury and read into the record by Grace on her fourth and final day on the stand on today, Grace had assured Majors that she would not blame him for causing an injury to her head. She said, I will tell the doctor I bumped my head. Jabbari cried as she read aloud the message in court. Then, unable to continue through her tears, Assistant District Attorney Kelly Galloway took over. I will tell the doctor I bumped my head if I go. I'm going to give it one more day, but I can't sleep and I need some stronger pain meds. That's all. Why would I tell them what really happened when it's clear I want to be with you? The text messages, which were previously mentioned by prosecutors in a 115-page pretrial filing in October, are considered Molyneux evidence. I believe that's how you pronounce that, which the New York State Unified Court System defines as conduct that is inextricably interwoven with the charged acts and which may provide necessary background information or explanation to the charged acts. In that court filing, prosecutors mentioned medical records from London related to an incident that occurred in September 2022. That earlier incident of alleged abuse had previously been ruled inadmissible, but in a series of cross-examination questions which presiding Judge Michael Gaffey had said lacked specificity. The defense opened the door to prosecutors being able to share with the jury text messages regarding that prior incident, the judge told lawyers this morning. On cross-examination earlier this week, one of Jonathan's defense lawyers drilled Grace about why the morning after the alleged March 2023 incident, the woman had told emergency personnel that she did not remember how she had become injured. Gaffey said this morning that the lawyer had asked the questions in an effort to impugn Grace's credibility, even though they knew there might be another reason she was not forthcoming. In those September 2022 text messages, Jonathan had responded to Grace threatening unaliving himself if his then girlfriend went to the hospital for her injured head. He said, "Last night I considered unaliving myself versus coming home. I need love too. Or maybe I'm such a monster and horrible man. I don't deserve it. And I should just unalive myself. In this way, my existence is miserable. I want to be unalived." Grace, who in court was turned in the direction of the projected text messages, had responded, "I will not go to the doctor if you don't feel safe with me doing so or don't trust me to. I promise you I would never mention you, but understand your fear." Telling her that she could not reject his love and admonishing her for not hugging him after the fight, Jonathan noted by text, "I will probably unalive myself. It's not really contemplating anymore. I'm a monster, a horrible man, not capable of love. I'm unaliving myself soon." "Jonathan, you can't say this. I'm going to have to tell someone," Grace responded by text, noting her perceived error in not hugging him. As the text messages were read aloud to the jury, Jonathan, seated at the defense table in a black suit and white collared shirt, kept his head down, hands in his lap, his binder of notes shut. Y'all should have been saying how Megan was looking back there. How was Megan looking? Because she should have been having her head down too, especially since she used Simba. Honey, let me go on with this article, child. When the prosecutor finished reading the messages, Jonathan looked briefly at the jury. The details of that September 2022 incident were not further detailed for the jury, as that earlier incident is still otherwise precluded from coming into trial. However, in the 115-page filing reviewed by People, prosecutors listed a series of texts by Grace in September 2022, only some of which were shared with the jury on today, and which included, per prosecutors, photographs of a hand, shoulder, and buttocks, along with text after punching, discussing pain, and as shared with the jury today on September 22nd, 2022, a text from Jonathan Majors using Jonathan's initials, "re medical treatment." In court today, Galloway then moved on in her redirect questioning of Grace to the March 2023 incident, asking Grace why she had initially told emergency personnel that she did not know how she became injured. "I was just scared of the consequences of it," Grace answered. "I still wanted to protect him." "Ms. Jabbari," Galloway asked her, "do you know who caused your injuries on March 25th, 2023? "I do," Grace said, adding, "the defendant, Jonathan Majors." Majors is facing charges of assault in the third degree with intent to cause physical injury, assault in the third degree, recklessly causing physical injury, aggravated harassment in the second degree, and harassment in the second degree in connection with an alleged fight between him and Grace that spilled onto the streets of Chinatown in March. Child, that was the end of the article, honey. Woo, child. Well, Listen, I'm not going to say anything further because people tried to drag me. People tried to drag me when I said that I believe that he did this to this woman. And then a lot of people sitting over here saying, well, he should have stuck with a black woman, as if he would not do this to a black woman. I mean, so y'all saying that because this woman is white that she deserves to be abused? I don't care what color you are. No woman deserves to be abused by a man. I don't care how you look at it and how you put it, right? And Megan, if she was smart, she would be gone. But you know what? She's gonna stay with her man, her man, her man. But y'all, when I sat up there and said that I felt like that man did it, yeah, I got dragged for it too. Listen. Oh, I definitely said, even before I knew that he had like a violent past, like he was like really violent when he was coming up, I was like, dang, he looked like he might hit somebody for real. I did say that. Now, as a black woman, and I have been looking at stuff like this, you can't accuse a black man of doing nothing because you can't tear a black man down now. But if this man hit this woman, because according to the text messages, he's wrong. He's wrong. I don't care what color you are. As a man, you're stronger than a woman. You're bigger than a woman. If this woman did not spit on him, because I think spitting is disgusting, then why is he hitting this lady so hard that she got to get some pain meds? Yeah, let me go ahead and ask y'all, what do y'all think about this whole situation? Y'all know what I gotta do. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel, share this video, like this video, and y'all know what y'all gotta do. Stay tuned for the next video. Bye.